Good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another glorious episode. I am your host, Kallyn, and this is still The Kallyn Show. Today is a very exhilarating episode of a rapid Bachelor Breakdown for Season 28, and I am joined once again with Miss Hannah Klein.
Hello, everyone.
Miss Haley Klein. Okay, so let's begin. That we are at episode 7.
I'm actually one episode behind, so some of this is going to be some pretty shocking information for me.
Well, episode 7 was actually tragic, so it is going to be
episode
shocking.
7 was kind of a crazy episode. So
I do want to start by saying I think Joey's one of the best bachelors that we've had in a while.
I think he's a very understanding person, but at the same time, I'm really, really tired of hearing him say, "Thank you for sharing that with me." Every single episode.
I'm so glad that blah 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 was so open to sharing stuff with me. It almost seems like he's reading off like one of those script screens. Like he kind of just says the same thing every time, and it's a little too rehearsed. So I need some more genuine from Joey.
You're gonna have to like prepare yourself for episode 7 because this is gonna be a bunch of spoilers from everything episode 7 all the way down.
If you haven't got to episode 7 yet, like you might want to stop right here.
Right here. Okay, anyways. Let's just skip past all the girls that were irrelevant, because if you got sent home within the first 2 weeks, it's just like a good chance.
You don't really matter.
Joey doesn't even know your name. But my person right now who I'm about to tussle with is Leia, because where did this woman get the audacity?
I have a lot of beef with Leia just because she got mad at Medina before Medina left. She got mad at Medina because Medina was just being civil with Maria, and I think that's really stupid that she expects that just because Sydney got sent home that Medina's just like terrible to her, and I hate those kind of people that just expect you to not be civil, and she can't really be mad that she's just being a good person.
The whole thing with Leia, like her actually turning out to be a really mean person, came out of nowhere because she started the season off by like burning that letter and like saying that she was like a girl's girl, and she is indeed not a girl's girl.
She's the opposite of a girl's girl. I actually really, really don't like Sydney. She had a really bad Valley Girl accent, and just from there it just stemmed because she was so like the opposite, whatever the opposite of down to earth is. Like she created problems where there was no problems.
Okay, let's just take a moment that no one likes Sydney, and if you like Sydney, I'm convinced that you're just like not a humane person.
This is gonna sound really mean, but like there is a reason that Sydney hasn't had a boyfriend yet. She's just so
Did
mean.
she say that?
I don't know,
I
but
think
she said it's been a while.
She's never been in a relationship.
But she's just so mean.
Probably because she's a pathological liar. How are you gonna sit on national television and just like yap lies about someone?
Well, my personal favorite was that the whole show is filmed. Every interaction is filmed. So it is, like, impossible to lie and she said this when everything's filmed. And, like, there's, like, physical proof that was never said.
The other thing that made me mad is this entire drama came from Maria saying, "Oh, well, I'm old, too." I don't understand how that was an insult because, like that was just such a big deal for absolutely no reason.
Unpopular opinion, I don't think Maria was in the wrong there because I feel like if someone was, like, having a bad day or something, or they're like, oh, like, I'm old and I feel out of place, I'd be like, oh, like, yeah, I'm, like, on the older side, too. Like, I get where you're coming from. Like, you're okay. You're not that old. Like, I feel like that's comforting. I feel like that's done in good spirit. I don't see where that was such a big problem.
There was no way that she's that worked up over being called old. The woman is 30 years old. Like, she cannot be for real right now.
Okay, she also, like, willingly chose to be on The Bachelor, and I also just, like, want to know what is in the contracts for these girls to, like, just pick fights with each other over, like, the most irrelevant
Part of me wonders if they, like, almost are told to drag out the drama, because if there wasn't any drama, would anyone actually watch the show?
No one would watch it. I wouldn't be like literally tapping my toes at a screen.
Okay, but watching Sydney was
so
impossible
mad.
because like she was sitting there, she's like, she's such a bully, and like we're not in 6th grade. Like she didn't even say anything.
What was Sydney's entrance? Because I just remember it made me mad the first time I saw her.
I don't know. She just like
I don't remember Sydney's entrance. I don't think she had anything
Some of
special.
the entrances were wild this season.
Yeah. It takes a special kind of person to be able to do half the things that they did to introduce themselves. So, like, props to them, but, like, I could have never.
What was her entrance?
Whatever. I can't find it.
While you talk about that, like, I feel like Autumn could have been really nice, but she had just no time. Like,
Autumn is so irrelevant. Like,
she never even got a chance. Like, she made it to week 6, but then she got cut because she literally just never even got a chance.
Okay, but did she have anything special to add to the show? Did she have a connection?
I mean, no, but she was really pretty and she was really nice, and I think she could have been good.
But my thing is like, annoying as it is, I think the people that like interrupt the one-on-one dates or like conversations like that, like just step in and like, can I steal Joey for a second, are the best ones, because then they're like, they make it the farthest.
Yeah, they put themselves out there, so like you kind of have to. You can't just like expect Joey to come to you.
Speaking of which, watching oh my gosh, what is her name? Oh, I forgot. She's the one I don't like besides Leia and Sydney.
Jen? No.
Jess.
Don't disrespect
Jess.
Jen like that.
Getting Jess sent home was one of the most incredible things ever. Just the way that she cried and was like, is it me? No, girl, you just have been talking about drama instead of making a connection with Joey.
She was more wrapped up in the girls than she was
her
with
the whole time. I had never liked Jess either.
Well, she really didn't. She kind of became irrelevant, like, after the first 2 weeks, but literally, like, the first night they were there, they had maybe been in there for 5 minutes, and I know we were talking about interrupting, but when we've been there for 5 minutes and he doesn't even know everyone's name, that's a bad time to interrupt. She also, like, had a fake country accent. It wasn't real. That kind of bothered me. Like, she would, like, turn it on and off.
Did you, like, ask her personally?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Haley, can we tell you what happens in episode 7?
Oh, we're going to.
Oh, I don't think I have a choice.
Let's get your genuine reaction. I would like to start by episode 7 ends with 4 girls because episode 8 is hometowns.
4. Oh,
4.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he cuts them out. What is her name? You saw that Lexi
Can I make
home, right? Like she took herself home?
No.
That was after Joey said he didn't want to have kids super early. She left.
Okay, so I didn't get all the way through 6. I have like 20 minutes left in that episode, but it did cut like right when I stopped watching it. It was really late last night. I was trying to get caught up. But right when I stopped watching it, she's like, I am going to have to talk to Joey because he wants like a 2 or 3 year engagement and then a few years before kids. So I could see where she would send herself home. Can I tell you my predictions on the 4 left?
Okay.
Sure.
I think my prediction, Maria, just because like he's not going to cut Maria out.
There is some drama right there.
Daisy, Jen, Kelsey A.
What if I told you Jen got sent home?
No
Rachel
way.
got a rose over Jen.
Rachel.
Which was
Rachel's a
appalling.
hometown?
Yes.
I don't like Rachel.
She
seems
like
she just seems really boring. And I really, really liked Jen a lot. That makes me really sad.
Because didn't Rachel get a one-on-one in episode 7? No.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
she's low-key so
No,
boring.
she didn't because they did the little.
Rachel did get a one-on-one because remember she was talking about being a nurse.
Oh, Kallyn.
And she was like, it's
the
just
one
so
in the-
hard to be a nurse and have a husband that understands that.
Which I get that, but besides that, like I don't feel the connection.
I don't
between her
know.
and
For
Joey.
some reason, between like her and Joey, I get like mom and dad vibes. Not mom and dad,
Yeah.
but like she's his mom.
Okay, here's our theory.
Loki.
She's not like a fun dating person. You know what I mean?
He sent Jen home because he didn't want to meet her family.
Yes, because in
Why?
the episode 7, her mom was talking, or Jen was talking about how her mom is like Vietnamese and she doesn't really understand like the whole aspect of The Bachelor and she doesn't really support the way that Jen was going through it. So she was saying
So
like,
if he went home, they wouldn't really be able to film because she'd be like, no, I don't want to be
She
on
was
camera.
saying,
No, I
like-
don't want to be in this. No, I don't want to do the drama.
she was saying like prepare yourself because my mom's not gonna like you pretty much. So I think
I
that's
can
honestly
see that
why
because I mean, if they have to go home and film like what is it, a week worth of content or a few days worth of content,
If he's going to 4 different states, it's probably like a day.
and the parents don't want to be at like films or anything, you can't really like. It is like at the end of the day, it is a franchise, so like they're not gonna make money off of that, and he's not gonna be able to. I really liked Jen a lot.
No,
She was very
We
genuine.
were watching it, and all of us gasped when he was like, Rachel, because that's who he gave the first rose to.
Rachel's a hometown though. I
Yes.
don't like Rachel that much.
I
She
don't
doesn't
either.
cause any issues, but she just isn't like.
boring.
She's just really like a bland person. You know what I mean?
No, but hear this. Joey actually got upset on episode 7 because
He didn't just sit there and stare in your eyes and say, "It's okay, I understand. I'm
No.
glad you're sharing."
Maria was kind of getting like upset with him because at the group date, Jen went and just like kissed Joey in front of everyone. And so all the girls were like upset, obviously.
Where was this group date at? We're in group.
They
That's
were
the best
they were
part.
being lumberjacks.
What?
They had a lumberjack
Were
competition.
they still in Vancouver?
They were like axing? No, like axe throwing and like chopping wood down, and it was competitions. It was so embarrassing.
Between
like,
that and like the sausage eating competition, like Joey's really just trying to embarrass these girls because
I don't think
Also-
he gets to pick them.
Okay. Unpopular opinion, maybe this is controversial. I do think that Maria did sign up for The Bachelor, like, knowing that other girls would be in it. But I can't understand her point, because she was saying that, like, it's frustrating to know that Joey's the only one in Maria's eyes, and, like, she's giving her all to him, but
he's not giving all to
he's
her.
not giving it all to her.
I do see that, especially like it doesn't really matter in the first few weeks, but once you get into like the last few weeks when you're like genuinely like thinking about getting engaged, but he's still sitting there telling other girls like I love you and things like that would be hard.
Also, she was saying that, like, she doesn't want to take him to her family knowing, like, hey, mom and dad, this is Joey, but he's also seeing 4 other girls. Like,
Yeah,
that
that-
was something that was super important. Like, introducing him to her family was super special for her, so, like, knowing that he was dating other girls and doing the same thing with them was just
Okay,
kind of
so I
frustrating.
was team Jen, like Jen for the win, like that's who I wanted to win. I really liked Jen, but if she's not in the picture anymore, I think I am a Daisy.
Wait. Are we like guessing who's gonna win?
I think. Okay, I do think.
because I saw a spoiler this morning on
Don't.
who is gonna be the next Bachelorette
Don't.
or like who they predict. will
Okay,
Oh,
but those
Maria?
are such lies, because I've seen 4 other things. This person wins. Oh, wait, but she's the Bachelorette. Or I've seen, like, 40 different predictions, so honestly, I don't know what's going to happen.
I think that.
Also, how would other people know what's
As
gonna
much as
happen?
I don't know, I'm kind of undecided how I feel about Maria. She is very real, but she's also, like, sometimes she's kind of rude. And she
Yeah.
does seem like she starts a lot of drama. So, I don't know. I think her and Joey have the most, like, genuine connection. Like, it's not, like, just, like, scripted. Like, her and Joey do have a connection. But I do think I'm Team Daisy right now. Or Kelsey A. I do like Kelsey A.
I think that after Hometowns, my
But
prediction...
not Rachel.
I think my prediction after Hometowns is, Rachel's going to leave, because they played a clip of her, like, bawling after Hometowns, and I don't know what about, but I predict that
She's just
Rachel...
not, like...
Yeah.
I don't think her and Joey click.
I
just
think
caught
Rachel is
my
going to leave.
posture, and I'm literally like a hunchback.
I'm
in
so
the camera.
hunched
I just
over.
looked over and I was like, and now.
So
But I
my
think
prediction,
that
I think, is
Haley-
going to be... I think Kelsey A.
I
You
think...
think Kelsey A wins?
I don't think
Maybe.
Kelsey A
What?
wins.
Or
But
Daisy.
I think that...
I love Daisy.
I think that after Hometowns, Maria and Rachel are gonna go home. Bye-bye. And then I think the last final 2 are gonna be Kelsey A and Daisy.
But I could see Maria being the next Bachelorette. She gives me Bachelorette vibes.
Another thing that you missed out on last episode is Daisy basically, she was the only one to say this, which is so real, but she was like, I'm not gonna, I'm not falling for you. She was saying, like, I can see myself getting there, but she's like, I'm
You
not gonna
can't
tell
realistically do that in weeks.
you. Yeah. She was like,
Especially when he's talking to so many other girls. Too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Okay, I have a question, like a genuine question about The Bachelor. Do they ever eat the food? Because they go on these one-on-one dates, and it really
sit
bothers me
there.
because they have, like, they clear out the whole restaurant. They have a romantic setup with, like, wine, and they have their food. And they sit there at this romantic table setting every time on the one-on-ones. And it's, like, this exotic meal, like some steak, pork chops, like, lamb. And it just sits there, and it gets cold. And they talk for 5 minutes. She gets a rose, and then they walk away. Like, do you guys ever actually eat the food that's there?
the other question I have is,
It just
like,
really bothers me.
No, I've also. Seen
how are you making real connections? Like, talking about super serious subjects and, like, literally making out as if there's not, like, a producer and, like, 15
Literally, like,
camera people standing, like,
circling you.
10 feet away. Like, I just feel like that would feel...
I've always
not
wondered
right.
if they have, like, when they go on these one-on-one dates, they have, like, a few minutes of scripted, or a few minutes of, like, camera time, and then they have the rest of the day to, like, actually get to know each other.
I do think that's how it works because there's no way you're just gonna like get engaged at the end of the Bachelor and be like, this is my lifelong person.
But you could
I
probably
also
couldn't.
know like what the divorce rate is for this, or, like breakup rate.
I want to know if there's any bachelors, like, this is season 28, if any of the 27 before this are actually still together. Like, do we know if any of them are still together?
I don't. I'll look that up and I'll put the statistic in.
Okay, I'm really curious. I think we should talk about best and worst dressed. Because personally, I don't know, maybe it's just because I like Jen, but I think Jen and Daisy have the best style. Jen is, like, always killing it. She has such cute dresses, and I've never hated an outfit of Jen's or a hairstyle of Jen's.
I feel like
Hot
they're,
take.
like, a little, like, they know how to, like, keep it simple and classy so it's not super out there and crazy looking, but still, like, has its own personal touch, and it's not
I
just, like,
love
something
Jen's
every day.
outfits. I eat up her outfits.
Do you know whose outfits I hated?
Maria's?
Autumn. They were giving, like, 2016.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
I do
yeah.
think Maria was a little bit behind in the trends, like, especially when she
Not
got
Maria,
sent
you're saying
Autumn.
Autumn.
When Autumn got sent home and she was wearing that, like, sparkly dress with the,
White,
like, feather
yes.
cuffs, I did do a little bit of a gas. She just, like, kind of stuck out because, like, the vibe of her outfits versus the vibe of everyone else's just seemed, like, late.
Hot take, Maria's outfits are also ugly.
They're so ugly. That's
Okay,
not a hot
if
take.
they're-
That's a cold take
If
because
they're,
they're
like,
so ugly.
casual outfits, that she's just, like, doing, like, their
They're
group
just always
dates
so
in.
scandalous.
Yeah, or
And
just,
I know that's, like, the point, but, like, they're, like, weird, like, a random, like, jean
Also,
top that has, like,
okay.
5 cutouts.
why does Maria never get any makeup? Like, she's always, like, super bare, which that's fine. Like, she's naturally pretty, but I feel like when you're on national television...
honestly, I think you might just be a hater.
I think you might just not like Maria.
No, I love Maria. I'm just saying I feel like everybody
Jess
else
also
gets
had
this, like,
really cute outfits.
extravagant makeup. And
I
Maria gets nothing.
I also didn't like Kaylin's outfits, but I also just, like,
I didn't like Kaylin's.
I didn't really
She
like
just
Kaylin in
weirded me
general.
out.
She
Kayla
just
was
seemed a
literally,
little
like,
odd.
She was like a witch. Like, she definitely cast a love spell on Joey or something, because
Just her interest compared to everyone else's, she was just a very different gal. I mean,
I fear we're going to have to do our last hot takes on The Bachelor.
okay, let me think
And
of my
then
hottest
A
takes.
part 2 when the
after
winners.
after
yeah.
hometowns or like something
After hometowns,
after
they
the-
win. 'Cause
we got a
there'll be
season
2 left
finale.
after
Let's
hometowns.
make our final prediction. I think I'm going with Daisy.
I'm going with Daisy, but they don't end up lasting more than a few years.
I'm almost going. I'm gonna go with Daisy, Bachelorette, Maria, because I don't think the rest of them. If Rachel doesn't get sent home next episode, I'm literally not watching.
I'm not
it.
watching. So there might not be another part, and if there's not a part, just know that Rachel didn't get sent home.
If he sends Daisy home, literally at any point, I guess I'm just not watching
I
anymore.
love Daisy. She's, like, so sweet, and she's so genuine. She's not mean. She doesn't cause any issues. She's just a very, like, genuinely sweet person, and she's nice
Okay.
to everybody.
Since we have like 2 minutes, can we all go around and share our hottest takes?
I don't know if I have a
think-
hottest take.
Okay.
I have to think too.
Let me think. I have a notes app. Let's take a look.
I have a hot take. Okay. I don't know what's happening with the microphone. Hot take. Joey is low-key weird. Like, deep down. Like,
I do think
it's nice to look at, but, like, some of the things he does, I'm like, oh, God. Like,
Okay,
I could see that, but I don't know.
I think for my hot take, I'm gonna say, and I just want to preference this with, I am not a Maria hater.
Well, I have a
I
hot take.
love Maria. She is genuinely one of my favorite characters.
She
But
just
my hot
has
take
a lot of
is.
issues.
Do you want me to finish?
Yep.
My hot take is that Maria doesn't have a genuine connection with Joey. I think she's just really good at flirting. So
And
I
she's just in it for, like, being on the show.
think the flirting, like
I
she
agree.
kills the flirting part of it. But when it comes to a deep, like, emotional connection, her and Joey don't have
My
it.
hot take is that, given the season that given, like, how far into the season we are, Joey's starting to think that he doesn't want to be on the show anymore.
that's what
That is my other prediction.
Because when
I
they
don't-
were in Vancouver in episode 6, he was, like, sitting there and he's like, I don't know if I'm scared that I'm not going to find a genuine connection, and I'm starting to wonder if, like, I am going to find someone that I spend the rest of my life. So I think he's gotten into it and he's like, wow, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I think he's,
That
like,
is my
low-key not wanting to be
final-
on the show
Okay,
anymore.
Did you guys see the thing that The Bachelor posted? Something happens
And he ends
the
in
season
tears.
finale. No, we know that. But something happens, and it's something that's never happened on Bachelor history before, and it's supposed to happen on the finale. So I have a prediction that although he really likes these women,
He doesn't
that
want
he
to.
Doesn't get
doesn't.
up with them.
What if he doesn't choose anyone?
I think he's not like the typical bachelors that are like these hot shots, whatever. Like, he's like a normal person, like a more genuine person. So I don't think he was cut out to be like in this type of dating where it's not like real like connections. And
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, on that note.
Okay, so I guess come back to see if Joey ends up with anyone or who he ends up with. Or
Team Daisy.
Or if we have any other new favorite outfits. I guess we'll have to see. But
okay, goodbye,
so
everybody.
Much for
bye, guys.
Bachelor Breakdown. I will see you in another time, maybe in 2 weeks. Who knows?
Hopefully when Joey's married to Daisy.